Hello, everyone, and
Howdy.
welcome back to ECC. We've got the playoffs, Muzz. The intro's a bit of a mess, but we got here. We're in the intro, and we're rolling into a brand new game. It's going to be God's Divinity taking on a Dawnguard in Division 1. Division 2 just wrapped up. I think Vlounds and Co. just won that one. I saw him in the live chat, maybe getting an interview going. Are you excited, though? You know, Div 1, it's a bit better than Div 2. We want to see who goes on and wins these playoffs.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Yeah, they had Vlauns. Sorry, I think it was going to be Stankovic that made the MVP there, and then Vlauns stepped in to do the big chat. But that's fine because, yeah, like you said, it is now on to the Division 1 playoffs. And of course, Fort Templar is going to be taking on Irrelevant Crimson. And we've got Dawnguard taking on Godalions Divinity. We did see Divinity play yesterday. We didn't get to watch Dawnguard though, so I'm not too sure if they got something up their sleeve, Blue Wolf, or what this matchup will look like potentially. I don't know if you got any insider scoop at all.
You know me, Muzz, I'm always so prepared. I always watch all these teams, especially when I'm not casting. I have so much insider insight. I'm just looking to sprinkle it in throughout the series. I've not got anything to say at the moment. Let's just get this one going, Muzz. We had schedule issues yesterday. Going to preempt any issues today by just starting this game off the bat. Godalions Divinity, they'll be in the blue corner, taking on a Dawnguard in the orange.
All right, well, perfect. Let's get it on then. So we're going to see what happens here. Samurai, that's a cool name. So Freddy Drazer and Samurai playing here for the Dawnguard team. It seems like orange is an appropriate color as well for them. So we're going to see if Just Cobra can pull off a second double flip reset that we got out of him yesterday. That should be exciting. I hope all the fans got to clip that. But anyway, game number 1 in a possible best of 5 year underway. And already shot coming up from Drazo.
You know it's going to be a good series when the first goal is something like that. Was absolutely pinch perfect off the corner, off the roof, off the side, in the net. What a goal for Drazo. That's got to settle the nerves a lot if you're a Dawnguard player.
Oh yeah, no, that's settled there indeed. And as I was asking what they're going to be able to do against Godalions, well, that's what they're going to get to do is Drazo pops in a decent goal already. Drazo again, pushing it forward enough, ready. Crazy little thing called scoring goals.
It seemed like Drazo was trying to steal Freddy's thunder there in the end, but Freddy once again able to reclaim the limelight with that goal. Not the prettiest goal in the world, not as pretty as the one Drazo just scored, but equally as effective in doubling their advantage. Dawnguard take a 2-0 lead to Godalions Divinity side. They have just 16 points between the three of them. I know we've played almost a minute. You should definitely have a lot more than that. You really need to try and get into this game at some time soon. You don't want to be starting on the back foot.
No, you definitely don't. Now Samurai already going up with this ball. Beautiful aerial control here. You just know that all these Division 1 players are pretty mechanically skilled enough. Freddy trying to get in a second. Oh, having an attempt there. Samurai trying to come in as a second man is kept out there by the Godalions team, so they live to fight for another minute and a bit. And Sensei taking the shot there, but Samurai is going to keep it out. He's got Drazer here on the left-hand side. That's going to be Mick JH pushing that ball. Just Cobra is here. I wonder if we're going to see any fancy footwork coming out from the NRG decal driver. Sensei taking that shot and steals the 100 pull as well. Mick is there, brings it down. Samurai should be able to pop it down long. Sensei is here with the block up. Godalions though can trail him by 2, so they need to put a little bit more forward pressure onto this Godalions team. Shot. Oh!
How have we not seen like 3 goals now, Muzz? It's like the ball just keeps hanging on the goal lines for both these sides. It's shocking that Freddy was able to score so easily, but all of a sudden it seems like the nets are closed. Absolutely no one able to score a goal. It's criminal that we've not seen a score since that 4-minute 25 goal for Freddy.
Yeah, I mean, last night Dennis and I had to see a ball hang 2/3 onto the line and then it couldn't go over. Yeah, just pretty unfortunate when these teams can't just punch the ball into the back of the net. That goes wide as well. Midman, oh, Drazo, Sensei though, beautiful block, keeps it out, and that's actually going to go into the back of the net. Well, long field goal.
And growing into it as time has gone on. It's not really, the cleanest, classiest goal in the world. But as I said with the previous one, equally as effective though. They're on the board in this series. Well, it didn't really come from an attack, more just a very effective form of defense. Best form of defense is offense. That's exactly what they did there. As Godalions Divinity, they are on the board. And now this Dawnguard, they might be ruining some of their missed chances. They won't, though. They're instantly able to fire back. It's Freddy again, but watch this bump on the goal line.
Are you gonna say that wasn't the cleanest goal?
He just skips him. Absolutely just chips him up. That was hilarious to watch. The defender absolutely flying. It's such a frustrating position to be in. Just going flying away from the ball. It just slides into your net. Those Dawnguard instantly restore that 2-goal cushion. Godalions Divinity, they were almost lucky to score their first goal. It's hard to see them scoring another 2.
Well, we're gonna see, Blue Wolf, what happens here. Of course, Sensei feeling pretty privileged that he could score an end-to-end goal like that. Dawnguard maybe napping a little bit there on the defense, but let's see Drazer here with the push in the corner. Just Cobra trying to get out of his own corner. Mick JH to pick that up. But you know, Dawnguard sitting comfortable with the 2-goal deficit, so we're going to see if they can make it a fourth. They, of course, have a lot of time left on this clock here, and it's really all going to come down to Godalions Divinity. Can they do something to bring this back here? Mick pushing this out now, and Godalions all clumped up in the corner there. Oh, shot on Tracer to keep that out. The Mick should have been able to bury that. He didn't, though. Just Cobra's here. Backfield pass long. Okay, it's a 1-2 play here from Godalions. It's just between Mick H and Just Cobra passing around. Yeah, is there going to be a pinch? Second man midfield, Just Cobra not able to get that in the back of the net. And you just think that the opportunities, Blue Wolf, just seem to be getting missed from Godalions.
Yeah, and they're going to be instantly regretting that one as the ball passing play down the left-hand channel. Freddy takes it past one defender, dribbles it a little bit more, just passes it into Dryzo. He's able to slot home past the keeper. It seems Samurai was going for a bump, similar to the one we saw in the previous goal. No bump was found. They didn't need it in the end as the shot pretty fast coming in, sliding it past that keeper and taking a 3-goal cushion here as the Godalions Divinity side. Don't be fooled. This has been their best period of the game, but Just Cobra going to be regretting that one. He definitely should have scored there. They should have had a goal back into him with a minute on the clock. That could be the miss that kills them.
Yeah, definitely. Very close. Samurai taking a shot there. Might have been able to put in a fifth, but not going to happen here. We're going to see what Mick can do. Beautiful aerial control. Does he not manage to take it the whole way? Sensei from the corner here. Can he pop it in? Drazo to keep it out. And now Dawnguard sitting pretty with this 3-goal lead in game 1. Looks like it should end that way as well. Blue Wolf, 30 seconds left here on regulation time. I think we're not going to be able to see Godalions come back at all.
Perfect save. Oh, Sensei. He's been having a pretty good game. 363 points when your team is just getting absolutely brutalized. It's not a bad score at all. Brilliant flick of that ball out of the net. The shame was there was absolutely no one else back to help him out, so it was easily just going to be dispatched in the end. Hat trick for Drazo. 2 for Freddy, those 2 in the goal. Samurai as well. Sensei and Samurai, there's probably a pun to be made there. I'm not smart enough to find what there was.
Yes, well, Dawnguard will be able to get through game 1 here pretty comfortably, and Godalions Divinity suffering, and the shots coming at you thick and fast. Mick JH as well there, and Dawnguard, they're going to be very, very happy with this win here. The ball just has to go down and get killed. There it is. So, ball getting done. And what's your take here on what just went down, Blue Wolf? Dawnguard very comfortable with the way they played.
Yeah, very comfortable indeed. I want to highlight one aspect of the Dawnguard play that really worked out extremely well for them was the bump plays. We saw that amazing bump by Samurai, knocking the keeper flying for that 3rd goal to come in. Then we also saw Samurai demoing a player on the line. That could have seen an easy goal, but in the end, there was none of his teammates there looking to follow that ball in. Bump plays have really worked well for this Dawnguard side. It's been what's sort of set them apart from Godalions Divinity. Played almost more respectful, just sitting back, trying to defend, trying to break out down the other end, which they've only really managed a couple of times. We saw that amazing goal line clearance, that one that should have been put in as well by Cobra. Got to be very frustrating. It's a frustrating game 1, but Godalions Divinity, I don't think this is unwinnable. I think they can find a way back into it, but they've got to dig pretty deep to find it.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure as well. Just Cobra wasn't able to break 100 either. So let's see what Godalions Divinity can do. Of course, Dawnguard already coming out full throttle. in this first game of the series here. Of course, we're looking at the Division 1 playoffs. So a lot's on the line here, of course, finals later on. So one of these teams definitely wanting to be able to do something here, and Sensei really pushing this ball forward. Oh, beautiful play there. Mick JH with the shot. I just love it when passing plays come together like that, finding each other on the field. Drazo playing down that side. Mick JH there with the block up. It might be able to go in. He's going to hit the crossbar. Freddy is there with the pickup. Just Cobra. Decent play. Drazo, wonderful save. And Dawnguard can be commended on these very swift counter rotations and get it back defensively. They're just doing so well to make sure that Godalions Divinity stay out of play. Samurai popping it down the midfield. Drazo, is there going to be a second touch? Gets into that crossbar. I think Mick JH was there to keep it out. Just Cobra in that beautiful NRG decaled vehicle. Blue Wolf, do you have a favorite pro team at all?
My favorite pro team is going to be, I forgot the name, Dawnguard. Dawnguard are my favorite pro team. They've been absolutely cruising in this series up until this point. That's a shot from Vic JH, probably typifies their offense up until this point. About 16 feet wide of the net. Could be a reminiscent of the goal Godalions Divinity scored earlier, that long clearance. Maybe turned shot. That is a shot. That's our opening goal. It took them longer this time, Dawnguard, maybe easing off the gas pedal a little bit. They're still able to find the goal. It's once again Freddy, the goal scorer, in amongst the goals in the last game, starting off their game strong here.
Yeah, beautiful infield pass coming up from Samurai. Freddy found it, great read, opens up a game, and that's again Dawnguard taking the lead. So Godalions Divinity, they do really need to bring out something a bit more aggressive if they want to beat this team. You know, they're trailing once again. Sensei caught you at the back. Just there's so much onslaught coming up from this orange team. Just seem to be keeping Godalions stuck in their own half. And the ball just doesn't get cleared anytime they find a player here. Sensei is going to try remedy that. Gets onto the nose, finds Mick in the midfield, but already getting blocked out. Samurai with the double demo as well. Goodness gracious, this Dawnguard team is vicious.
Yeah, Samurai's not yet to score in this series. Certainly had an impact, though. Just Cobra should have an impact there. Excellent save by Freddy. Hanging off the crossbar, dropping down, hitting that ball into the deck. Able to scramble it away. Mick JH trying to follow it through. Not going to happen. Just Cobra coming in now from that corner. They're desperate for a goal, Godalions. They're not finding it all. Their name may be Divinity. This performance has certainly been mortal so far. That ball's hit into the centre. It's now the opposite team. The Dawnguard players are venturing forward, looking to try and find their second goal. They've not really had a great deal of chances in this game. Just the 2 shots coming through. Comparing that to Godalions Divinity's 5 shows that there is a little bit of a gulf in terms of these teams attacking the opposite direction than what we would be expecting, considering what we saw in the first game. But we are still fighting. We are still seeing these 2 teams scrap it out. It's been a much scrappier second game, of course. Who will come out on top?
Well, so far, Dawnguard, because Samurai is going to make it so, puts in the second and gets his first. So well done there to Samurai and Dawnguard. Drazo with a beautiful infield pass again. And what it seems like, you know, the common denominator we're getting here with this Dawnguard team is that they're able just to find a well-positioned second man in that midfield. And they get a decent pass in from the side that finds that player. And they're striking really, really well up front there. And Godalions Divinity, they maybe need to try and incorporate a few more blocks or just make sure they've got more presence in the midfield. Well, Drazo, well, you know, you're asking me what the sluice gates were, Blue Wolf. These floodgates, they're opening now for Dawnguard.
Thank you for tailoring your vocabulary to a very ignorant me sitting here. 3-0 now the score for Dawnguard. It's not been as classy of a performance as them compared to the previous game, but it's been equally as effective. They've shut out Godalions Divinity, something they hadn't managed to do by this stage of the previous game, although their goal, to be fair, was a complete fluke. Godalions Divinity unable to replicate it. It's Mick JH trying to go forward, gets caught in the air, maybe tried to overrun that one a bit. Samurai looking to try and do something, still trying to find, well, they have found 1 goal, looking for their second. That's phased a little bit wide by Freddy. Samurai now with a chance to get it, gets it over the defenders. The 2 defenders are going forward, leaving it for Sensei at the back. Has a bit of time to work with. Freddy with a shot let in, Mick JH to save. Still getting held up there by Samurai, but with a minute on the clock, that ball needs to start going the opposite direction. Godalions Divinity, they've had 5 shots. They had 5 shots 2 minutes ago, Muzz. They've really slowed down offensively.
Yeah. No, and now as we get down to this business end and we're under a minute of regulation time, Godalions Divinity once again just playing from behind, and I mean, just Samurai's not making it much easier with such a nice classy goal like that as well. I think he had to beat 2 defenders there. Drezo put this field, found the pass and play really, really well. Mick JH there was just caught kind of from behind again, Blue Wolf, and I'm finding that Dawnguard are just finding each other so well on the field. You know, and Godalions Divinity are not blocking out the passing plays, they're not trying to bump the man, they're not trying to interrupt any of this forward movement from Dawnguard, and they're making it look so clean and almost so easy. I mean, when you're up by 4 in such an important playoffs, you know, you can't really afford for the team to be kind of running away with it, but they are. Dawnguard are running away with this, they're having a good time of it as well. Sensei, fine, consolation goal here, but it might come a bit too late.
Yeah, stolen consolation goal. He did have the initial touch. Oh, and then Sensei comes sliding in. It was actually Sensei twice. Passes to himself, kicks the ball over the line, and you do worry because that's the exact same goal they scored in the previous game. You know, Godalions Divinity, they're not actually able to find anything from their attacks. It's just their clearances that seem to be able to go in. Maybe a little bit of a worry for Dawnguard. Not at the moment, as they have cruised through the first 2 games of this series. Of course, it is a best of 7. So they need to get 2 more victories to see themselves home and dry, as opposed to the usual 1. If it was best of 5, they would have had their 5th goal there. Had the clock not run out at an inopportune time, the ball bounces onto the goal line. The double touch would have seen it go in as Dawnguard. They take game 2 in an absolute storming fashion. It's 1 goal fewer than they managed in game 1. It's not as clean of a performance as they managed in game 1. The effect will still be the same. They're completely dominating the series.
Oh yeah, I mean, they are completely dominating. They're having such a fine time of it. And yeah, God's Divinity not coming through and being the team we possibly saw yesterday. You know, Mick JH definitely has been better than this. You know, just Cobra we saw with the fancy footwork last night as well, in the last game that Dennis and I did. And maybe they've just met their match here in Dawnguard. You know, Dawnguard are playing exceptionally well. Godalions, they definitely need to try to pick this up, and they definitely are struggling here. Well, you know, serious points already here, Blue Wolf. I mean, this could be it. We could get the big sweep coming out from Dawnguard. So, do you see any potential for a reverse sweep, or is it going to go just straight towards the orange side? Well, that being said, there's already Freddy scoring for us.
Well, the thing with the best of 7 is they still have another game to go before the sweep can really... Well, you can worry about it now, but it's not something you should be actively dedicating your whole brain to. You should just be thinking about this game here. At this moment, they are currently 1-0 down. Freddy's opened his account again, as I do think this will be an incredibly quick one, Muzz. It's hard to see this Godalions Divinity side really pulling themselves together. They need to find a goal from an actual attack. They need to score properly. They've only scored 2 goals this series. Both of them booming clearances that have found empty nets, pardon me. So just Cobra and Sensei on the attack. Sensei looking to hit it into the center. He's actually hit that well over. Just Cobra wasn't expecting that ball to his direction, ends up missing it. Mick J makes no such mistake. He's dropped that in quite well. 2 defenders commit for it. One of them gets a touch on. Still sitting in their own corner though. It's hanging in the goal area, but no shots coming through. They're good at getting the ball to the corners. That's something they managed in that last game. It's sort of an improvement that they made. They're just not able to really get lots of shots off. Just 5 in the previous game, which isn't a whole lot from a team that had that amount of possession. They've got 2 early doors here, but it is just the one of Dawnguard that's only troubled the scoreboard.
Well, up by 1 again and holding a nice comfy lead, as we've accustomed seeing them throughout the series already. And just Cobra trying to take the shot there. Drezo keeping out. Sensei following up very nicely, and finally we get to see Godalions Divinity get themselves on this board here. Bit of an unfortunate touch there for just Cobra as it gets into that crossbar, but of course Sensei following up as that second man and popping it in. So long best of 7 series, obviously Blue Wolf. You know, maybe we get to see Divinity make a very kind of long, you know, crawl back.
Oh, I have to score those. That's the problem, Buzz, is that 2 steps forward and 15 steps back. They're not able to get the second goal, claim the advantage as Drazo and Cove. They're going to go down the other end of the pitch and look to instantly punish. Great touch by Drazo coming off the ceiling. No one there to follow it. It's good miss by, or bad miss by Freddy. Good fake by the player. Not sure who it was that faked them out. They did a good job though, as that's dropped into Samurai. Hits it cross field. It's a great pass, but well read. Drazo's up in the air. Don't think has the boost. Ups to save it to try and get the touch after he gets the ball under control. It hits off Cobra's underside, and the ball's in the net.
And look at Drazo, just so composed, takes it easy, gets the bump on it, just Cobra, you know, kind of hangs and then waits for that moment. And then, of course, Freddy, this is just, you know, the Freddy we've already seen now in the last 2 games. Instrumental up the front, knows how to finish. Dawnguard, you know, would not be surprised if they do go all the way in this division. Of course, they've got double Astro potentially later with Zenith and Allegiance both also waiting later on. But Dawnguard doing pretty well in my book so far. Freddy having such a decent time. Drazo as well, an instrumental playmaker here. And Godalions Divinity definitely do need to do more just to be able to beat these lads. There's so much applied pressure coming out from this orange side the whole entire time here. Mick not even able to follow that up. Samurai pushes it out. Just Cobra is there with about half a tank and gets pushed out again. I think just, you know, anytime that Godalions want to try do something, their attack is always getting thwarted here by this Dawnguard team.
Oh, I thought it was going to be an insane goal by Freddy. Hits it off the ceiling. Not going to happen. They are just getting completely thwarted, as you said. Things have really slowed down in terms of this game. The last minute or so hasn't been particularly interesting, which I think is just what this Dawnguard side will want. Calm it down a little bit, not give Godalions Divinity any sort of room to work with. They were the team in the ascendancy for so long. Now they're trying to get this ball forward. It's going to fall to Samurai, who takes it up in the air, has the boost to work with. Still has it keeping it going. Oh, the air jump. I was hoping for a big finale. It's not going to happen. Drazo to the sidewall. Freddy trying to slide it in. Not going to happen. Mick J's going to boom it forwards. Game 1 and Game 2, that would have gone in. Perhaps Dawnguard learning from their mistakes and able to make the save that time. Samurai on the ground. It's a good touch on. Keeps the ball running. Going to go up for this one in the air. Flicks it downwards. It's not going to fall nicely. Will fall for Freddy in the opposition's corner. As this game's looking a lot more close. I feel like if the Godalions Divinity side want to win any games this series, they have to win this one, and they're probably not going to do so with that goal.
No, not indeed. Sensei also getting boomed inside that net. My goodness, and Freddy was waiting for it. Just Cobra not able to get the 50 and block him there at the last second. But yeah, I mean, you know, we've come to expect this Dawnguard. They're playing so incredibly well. Yeah, they're just able to snuff out opponents that they play against. And, you know, I think we're not getting as many opportunities here for Divinity as they can, of course. Mick there with the save. Just Cobra, you know, you said earlier, maybe should be able to make some of those easier shots and it doesn't go in the back of the net. But Drazo, well, I think this Dawnguard team, they really know how to score goals and they're just so prolific. And shots are coming in from all sides. Sensei not able to get up in time to save that. Blue Wolf, is it getting out of control at this point?
Yeah, it does feel like it is. Dawnguard have had their, Godalions Divinity have had their spirits broken. Now it's just a case of sweeping the goals in. It's going to be another one, 5-1. This isn't a game worthy of the playoffs. It's been an absolute stomping here, at least, you know, since it's the best of 7, or sadly because it's the best of 7, we still have one more game to watch. You know, Godalions Divinity have one final chance to flex their muscles a little bit. They've not done it at all here today. They've not got going 1 goal per game. 3 goals in total across the series. That's not going to be enough, especially when you're leaking, what is it, 14 goals up until this point? Make it 6. Easy enough. 6-1 now the score, 27 seconds. They got 4-1 in Game 2, 5-1 in Game 1, and now 6-1 in Game 3. Will they keep it at that? Will they push for the Brazilian, push for double digits? It's not going to happen. 4 goals in 27. It's unlikely. I could get 8. You know, maybe this Godalions Solaritas, or not Solaritas, Godalions Divinity, their roster just completely disintegrates in the final few seconds here. Muzz, what do you think?
Oh yeah, I mean, Freddy is getting them the one-way ticket out to South America because Dawnguard are having such a fabulous time with this. Up by 5 goals in Game 3. they are doing so incredibly well here, and they've just been able to snuff out this Divinity team here between Drazo and Freddy. They play such incredible Rocket League. We've just been the synergy and chemistry between these two players is just so good. Samurai, you know, he comes in every now and again. He's very much that instrumental third man. You know, am I going to get it off the backboard? Am I going to have a pass and play infield for you? Fantastic. And Mick JH, Sensei, and just Cobra are not finding each other as well as their opposition, and it's really getting difficult for them. You know, plays are getting broken, passes are not being had, the possession is getting snuffed. They're stuck in their half quite often, Blue Wolf, and I mean, yeah, so it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's just feeling a little one-sided, you know. But these playoffs, they can go one of two ways. You can get the runaway like this, or you can get the super close. We're going to game 7. It's a win by 1 goal. You know I can see it's the former here.
Yeah, we are getting this car switch from Samurai. It's a little bit of a break in between the games. I'd be interesting to see if it's a meme car coming out, maybe thinking that he's over the line already, choosing to mess about a little bit and play with their food. Godalions Divinity, they seem to be fish food at the moment, just getting absolutely destroyed. 1 goal in that game came through from Sensei, probably the best player on the server from their perspective, whereas if we're talking whole server MVP, has to be a straight shot between Freddy or Drazo. I'd be hard pressed to pick one of those two.
Oh yeah, I agree with you there, Blue Wolf. I would be putting my money same on Drazo or Freddy. I hope everyone in chat as well, you'd be voting for Drazo or Freddy when we look at that MVP. But let's get it on. Game number 4. And firm grasp of the victory here does Dawnguard have. So we're going to see what happens. Can Godalions Divinity bring this back? You know, just Cobra. It's all fancy and everything that you can be doing, the double flip resets, but maybe just scoring very average conventional goals is also the way to go about it. So let's see what happens.
Here we are back into it. No early goal conceded. Always a bonus for this Godalions Divinity side. They need all the positives that they can possibly get. There's been very few of them up until this point. The ball's hit across the centre. Drazo is knocked up in the air. Freddy touches it on. Drazo's hit it back across. It's going to be hit again by Samurai. It's across the centre. Up for it again. Samurai. Player who scored very few goals. Looked like they could have added another one to their account there. It's bounced off the ceiling. So it might be a passing play for Godalions Divinity. We've not seen very many of those come out from them. It sort of is, but it peters out in the end with Freddy coming in to sweep away the danger. That's a real passing play though. That's how it's done. Drazo linking up with Freddy. On this Godalions Divinity side, it feels like this is going to be another game, another chapter in the long slog that has been this series.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, best supporting actor is going to be Samurai. Always there, has the pass infield, finds the man, their midfield, they're ready to score on this Godalions team. And Drazo or Freddy are always on the receiving end of a beautiful pass and play from Samurai. And that's just Dawnguard for you. You know, they've taken the lead once again. They've taken a shot. Samurai, while he says, I want to step into the limelight myself.
It's the same style of goal as the previous one. A passing play in to the man in the middle who hits the ball straight down the net with so much pace that none of the defenders are able to get anywhere near. And I mean anywhere near. Trying to cut across, there's absolutely no one there. Probably on the edge of their own sort of, don't know how to describe it, on the edge of their own box. That was the third one as well. Whenever you wait so long for a first goal, Muzz, and then you get 3 at once.
3 at once. Freddy pops this in. Sensei wasn't there. I mean, he was there, but also was messing around a bit. Mick JH seemed to be coming down that wall and not in time on the rotation. And you know, we kind of are going to be beating a dead horse or cat or dog at this point, but I think these floodgates, they're slowly inching wider and wider here. Dawnguard having such a fabulous time of it. And yeah, Divinity, well, they seem to be struggling just a tad as Samurai.
I think they are struggling a little bit, Muzz, yeah.
Say again?
I think they are struggling a little bit, yeah. I'd say the series, you know, it hasn't really gone the best for them, to be honest. I think they've had better days.
They've had better days, I'm sure. I mean, they did make it to the Division 1 playoffs, the Blue Wolves. Of course they've had better days. But now, they've obviously met their match in Dawnguard. And Hell's Bells, can these gents in orange really score goals? They are finding each other. They're just passing incredibly well to each other. There's beautiful 1-2s happening. It's kind of coming in from the side infield often. Maybe Divinity can see that and try block it out, but they just seem to not be mocking the man and not making, not getting back quick enough, I think, on their rotations as well. So a little bit tough for Divinity here. What can you do?
Oh,
This is
no.
the playoff.
They're mocking them most. They stole their signature move. The clearance down the pitch that just goes straight into the net. That's their thing. All 3 men forward. I guess that's what you do when you're 4-0 down in the decisive game. You need to go and find goals. That just leaves you so vulnerable at the back. And we've just seen an exact example why all 2 players have the energy decal. Seems a big energy fans over there at the God's Divinity side. I think NRG would have been able to put up a better performance than they have, as it's currently 5-0. They're still yet to get their customary goal of the game. Although it looks like Dawnguard, they could be well on for 10 here.
I just love the fact that Samurai has been able to bag a hat-trick as well, coming out from all the assists we've had a witness for Samurai. He's got himself well on this board now, hat-trick in game 4, and things are looking really good here for this Dawnguard team. My golly goodness though, they are prolific up front here. Drazo, well, puts in a 5th, sorry, puts in a 6th.
It's
Sensei,
embarrassing.
can we FF?
I don't know
what you said of that Blue Wolf. It seems awkward.
Samurai says, no, I want a stat pad. I don't want to make that decision. I think we should message one of the smart people, one of the kings. Maybe we'll get our man Sunderland to do it. Just so that he's actually doing something productive and related to ECC instead of pinging people in unrelated discords. Hopefully he can hear us, and hopefully he will do that, as we are still going in this one. 10 goals, they want 10. Will they get 10? Rizzo's hitting it into the center. Not going to happen this time. Samurai taking it backwards. He might just give them a free chance here. Just Cobra hits it. Second man's in, and he has just given them a free goal. They have got their customary 1 goal per game. 4 games, 1 goal. 4 games, 4 goals. Maybe they might break their streak and get an extra one here.
Well, Mick JH able to put one on the board. Oh man. No mercy for the weak. Wow, that's a little harsh coming up from chat. You know what? This is competitive Rocket League at the end of the day, Blue Wolf. And you know what? If you lose 6-1, that is just how it is. This is playoffs. You cannot give any quarter. And Dawnguard have not given a single inch to this Godalions team. And you mentioned 10. I wouldn't be surprised if possibly a 7th or an 8th goal does creep in. 10 maybe a little too high to reach for, but between Freddy and Drazo, definitely possible. We're going to see what happens as Mick. Possession, Sensei, kept out. What do I say?
It's hard to keep it exciting when things are well and truly over. Well, I guess the only thing that we can say that will hype up the future is the fact we've got plenty more games coming, including one in 25 minutes time right here on the beat stream.
Indeed. So 8 p.m. as well. Get your friends over to this stream. You don't want to be late, and you don't want to miss it. Samurai taking a shot there, trying to pick up a 4th. Drazo in the midfield with a decent block, just smothering this Godalions team there. They seem to be stuck in their half for most of the series. Mick JH trying to do something here. Oh, awkward touch downwards though. Just Cobra with the pickup though. Infield, Freddy does the demo.
The goal steal.
Okay.
Oh dear, you love to see it. The goal seal coming through at the end for disappointing performances. Cap with the Brazil. We had a 4-1, we had a 5-1, we had a 6-1, now we have a 7-1. I think if we kept playing, 3 more games, we had a best of 7 series, we would have had a 10-1. That would have been nice to watch.
It would be nice to watch. Again, I just love the passing plays and how Dawnguard worked together. I mean, you could say Drazo sniped it at the end there, but it was a beautiful 1-2-1. Really decent passing play, coming out here from this Dawnguard team. There's Drazo again with the long shot. Be able to go in. Oh, there it is.
They're all sitting on the line, Muzz. They're not playing properly. They're like all 3 of them on the goal line. They're not playing, and then they still score a goal. That's crazy stuff. Dawnguard just goes down the opposite direction. Mick has left the server. We're playing 2 seconds, 3v2. That's probably against the rules, but I don't know. If you're out of playoffs, it's not going to bother you that much. Samurai's going to hit the ball. It's going to roll along the ground. And it's going to be Godalions.
G is called.
Dear
Dawnguard
dear
takes this 4-0. My golly goodness. Blue Wolf, I need something inspirational from your corner right now.
They scored a goal a game. They scored 4 goals. 2 of them were good goals. 2 of them weren't. I mean, it's hard to take positives. I think it's hard to take positives for the team. Take positives for the stream. Just one game was over quickly. Casters have a nice break. We can relax. We can regroup and come back nice and refreshed for the next one. It will be in 20 minutes. We'll see you guys then. Take care of yourselves.